Make sure to like and subscribe right now before I consume him. Hey, what is up everybody? Before I start the video, I just wanted to say real quick that I did make a real life build on it. It's about 2 hours long, and I made it with the intent of helping creators build their things, or at least build the helmet in particularly. I had a lot of complaints and issues where everyone saying, oh well, I can't get this piece on, how do I do it? And obviously it was a speed build, so it was very hard to tell. So I did it step by step, but I also like to keep some ASMR aspects into my channel still. But nonetheless, I put this is a step-by-step, so I'll put a card up here, and you know, the other one was the Iron Man helmet, which I'll put a card up here as well, but we'll bring him out on stage in a couple seconds or a couple minutes. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm sure most of you guys already saw the thumbnail on the Carnage helmet, or in particular, most of you guys have already seen the Carnage helmet. It's nothing new, it's nothing crazy, but for me, it looks, well, from a certain perspective, it looks amazing. It looks awesome, but I think there was a lot of flukes and a lot of things that could have definitely improved with this helmet. Alright, so here's a list of the specs, a quick rundown of them. This retails in the US for about $59.99. I've only seen it as a Target exclusive right now, which would be kind of weird considering it is red, and Target after all is red, but that's the only place I've seen it. The Iron Man helmet was in every single store I went to besides Walmart and any other generic type of store. It was in Target. It was also on Amazon, so maybe look out. In particular, you might see this on Amazon in the future. It did take a while for the Iron Man helmet to get onto the Amazon officially at a retail price. It was soaring at about $99 at the very beginning, but then it shot down, and it was actually sold by an official retailer for $59.99. Now this does include 546 pieces, and it is rated for audiences of 18 plus. It is set 76199. The average duration that it would take to probably build this, I would say a good time would be between 1:15 to 2 hours. Obviously my video was longer because I had to do a actual video for it, and I had to speak for a little bit. So look between an hour, 2 hours, average time frame, depending on your skill level and how long it takes you to build and add stickers, and depending on whether you mess up or not. Alright, going on with the details, you guys have probably seen it already on the roundabout. I obviously have not because that's a post-edit clip. But looking at it from right now, I think overall it looks very similar to the Iron Man helmet, which I will bring out in just a couple of seconds to compare it. But overall, this has a very similar pattern. Everything from the back is roughly about the same, except the only thing that changes is, of course, the colors. The base is, again, the same, which I would expect. I don't expect the base to change at all. That's something like a trophy stand, which you would just put on, and this is what really does change throughout the helmets. Now, this in particular, you know, again, this does change. The only thing that is different is the colors, and they did try to add some symbiotic type of feel into the back, which I'd say they did not execute very well. It looks very poorly done, but that's it for the most part. It is good that it's not an entirely red helmet. Alright, looking at it from the front, again, we're going to go over the stickers. There is a lot of stickers, and I've seen quite a particular amount of videos talking about how there's plenty of stickers, but I in particularly have no issues with it. As you can see, most of my stickers are actually lined up how they're supposed to. I think that might be an issue with most unexperienced Lego creators, but again, I don't really do Legos, and this honestly took me like one try, maybe a couple in some of the pieces to actually align perfectly fine. But apart from that, they look very well. There's really no issues with it. I don't see a problem with it. There's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and there's another one down here. So that concludes up to 10 stickers, which is quite a bit. Most that I've seen in a 500 Lego piece set, but then again, I don't build too much for Lego, so I can't say this is the most that I've ever seen in particular. Everything else, the eyes looks well. We compare it to the box back here, which is what I am referring to. Again, he has very big white eyeballs, which, you know, considering it's Lego, is something that I don't particularly expect to be one-on-one. But as you can tell, the eyes are there. And everything else from the head is roughly about the same. I think one of the biggest issues that I did have in this was the jaw. It has a ridiculous overbite. I do not like it at all. And looking at it from the front, it's hard to tell. It looks fine. From this angle, you cannot tell. It looks well. But when you point it from this angle, it still looks fine. And looking at it from this angle, it does not it just does not look right. I went through a couple clips of the movie Venom to have some comparison as to what it would look like in the next movie Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and the soon to be appearances of the symbiotes in the Spider-Man movies, or at least I'm hoping so. But most of the time, whenever they do bite or they open their mouth, it does not look like that. Here's a comparison to the box of how it actually looks like. As you can tell, the jaw actually closes and opens with each other and does not create an overbite. Alright, so here's a side-by-side view when next to the older variant of the Iron Man helmet. Now I will say, I don't collect any type of Star Wars, but I have seen some of the helmets, and I gotta say, they have looked very well compared to these ones. So I'm kind of disappointed that in my particular type of field, where I enjoy Marvel, they haven't done a very good job with them. I'm still going to collect them because I don't have anything else to have as a display to have something as cool as this. I just wish they would really do something better and try to make a better design. If we compare it to Star Wars and they would look just as awful, I would be more complacent with these and say, okay, well, maybe it's more hard, maybe it's more complicated, but we have Star Wars, and I gotta say, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but man, do they look cool. So I've already reviewed this one. Make sure to go check it out. I'll post a card up here again if I have not. I hope I do, because I've realized that I have forgotten to put cards in some of my videos, and it takes me about 2 days to actually realize it, and then I end up going back. So I'll see if I remember. If not, then that means I forgot. Nonetheless, overall, the Carnage helmet is taller than the Iron Man one. I don't remember the exact number of pieces that the Iron Man one has, but it's roughly about the same. This one is edited just a bit. I took out the eyeballs. I was intending to put lights in it and recreate it so it lights up. I hated the original white stickers that it has because it has a lack of depth in it, and it just does not look well. But I got lazy about it. I completely forgot. I just kind of left like this. Hopefully I get clear pieces and make them black, and hopefully it lights up to make it really cool. But apart from that, I don't really want to mess with the design. I'm not a Lego expert, so messing with that is just something that I feel like I would just make the piece worse to begin with. Now, one other aspect that I forgot to cover was the tongue. This is what are the remnants of the tongue. Of course, the mouth is pink, which I do recognize, and the tongue lays all the way down there. I tried to move it up, but it does not fit, so I guess it's just something that stays on here. It's kind of weird. It's like a flap, just open, just kind of stick your finger in here. It's weird. I don't know why they decided to do that, but that's it. And he has a chin strap as well, which is weird. Alright, I was about to end the video right here and make a conclusion, but looking at it from the angle of the camera, the overbite looks pretty ridiculous. So that's what I mean by how the overbite looks. I don't like it at all. It looks hideous, and the only good thing about this is the fact that it's going to be pointed straight at me. So looking at the overbite, it's kind of hard to tell. If you look at the box right over here, you can't really tell the shadows and everything, and how you look at it from a perspective, it makes it kind of difficult to actually tell. It looks like the mouth actually morphs into one another, but the only reason I say this is because if the mouth were to close, the teeth would go all the way up into his eyeballs, which, obviously the jaw could only extend up so far, but nonetheless, it just would not look right. It's, a horrible overbite. But again, I don't want to bash the creators on this too much because, again, I'm not a Lego designer, but I do want to critique it, and hopefully in the future they do improve on this, because I am spending $59.99 on this, and I gotta say it's a pretty expensive set. I think the only one that really compares to it is the spider layer, which was roughly about the same amount of pieces, and it was almost $80 when I first bought it, so it was pretty expensive, but you couldn't really go wrong with that. It was pretty cool. It's a small set, but for something like this, considering most of the details actually go towards the front, I would expect that hopefully in the future they do improve. That's something I would like to see, not them stay the same. The Venom one just released this weekend. I will put it in the description down below, so make sure you go check it out. I already have it. Should be here today, hopefully. But nonetheless, I will be bringing that out very soon. But that's all I got. I don't want to make this review way too long. See you guys in the next episode. Make sure to go check out those other videos, and make sure to go check out the Scarlet Witch giveaway, which is not really a giveaway, it's actual video. Make sure to go check it out and don't miss the giveaway. Anyways, that's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out. Bye.